Put me in a shoe store and we are good to go, but give me a skillet and raw meat and it's not going to end well for anybody. Luckily, we have David Martone to give you some fabulous cooking tips.
Thanks, Jamie. We have a couple of little chef's tips here, just some real simple stuff. We're going to start off with garlic and basil. It's part of the Holy Trinity. We have one garlic clove that's not peeled, and I just want to show you when you get these, all you want to do is put your chef knife or just whack it. I'm a little bit nervous about whacking it with the knife. I put the knife down, keep the blade tipped down a little bit, and just give it a little crush like that. Then you grab the end of the shell and you see that the garlic separates immediately. So we discard that, we cut off the little root end, and we have our garlic clove. You can also get garlic already peeled in the supermarket. Never get it in liquid, and always make sure it comes from California, never from out of this country. Gilroy is the city in California. So a couple little tips. You can chop garlic pretty quickly by, again, smashing it like this. Never, I'm flipping the knife over, never banging like that. After we smash it, we take the blade and we're slicing through. It's this rocking motion. So now I'm slicing all the way through the garlic. I'm feeding it from behind with my fingertips, being careful holding my tips this way and never coming up over my fingers so I'll never get cut. And I can chop garlic very, very quickly. Now there's two other things that we do with garlic. One, again, we can crush the garlic this way, chop it up again just like we were talking about, and then we move it around so that we chop it up coarsely, put it all into a nice pile, put some kosher salt right on top. Don't be afraid that that seems like a lot, because whatever you're adding this to will definitely need salt. And then we take the knife tip and we start to crush the garlic, and eventually we'll work that garlic into a paste. If you look right down here by the knife tip, you'll see that this is all starting to smooth out into a garlic paste. Now what that's going to do is to give you a very, very potent burst of garlic. So use about a quarter of what you would normally use in garlic with the paste. Now there's one other way to do this very quickly, and that's to take a paring knife and take your garlic clove and holding your finger on it and using the tip just to kind of shave away. You just go down the garlic and you can start to shave this into a nice paste. So you see you have two different techniques here to make that garlic paste. And this is where you'd want to just add a little bit of this paste to give a little burst of garlic flavor. So let me push all this garlic aside and let me get my next ingredient out, which is basil. Basil and garlic together, wonderful, wonderful combination. So we take our basil leaves, and after they've been rinsed and dried in paper towels, we start to pile them up, one on top of one another, and then we roll them up nice and tight. And if you were to start to chop this basil, it would turn black because it all bruises. It's got a very delicate cell structure. So we're going to do what's called chiffonade. You can do with any delicate herb. You can do with lettuce leaves, cabbage leaves, and again, that rocking and sliding motion. And now we're going to start slicing instead of chopping the basil, and we're making these very delicate threads of chiffonade of basil. And you'll see that once I fluff them up, they're all ribbony and feathery. And you'll never get dark basil by chiffonade.
Normally, this is where I'd close out the show, and thank you for joining me, but today I have a special treat. You're coming along with me to a psychic reading with my friend, Linda Lauren. We're here now with Linda Lauren. She is a psychic medium, and today she's going to read your astrology, and we're going to go through all the astrological signs and find out what the stars hold. So thanks so much for talking to TV36.
My pleasure. I'm really excited.
I am too. So why don't we get started? The first sign is Aries, and why do you start with that one?
Well, Aries is considered the pioneer in terms of astrology.
Mm-hmm.
So it's the first sign to, in conjunction to the others, to come out.
Oh.
So pioneers start things. Aries is the baby of the group.
Okay.
Spring, rejuvenation,
Mm-hmm.
rebirth. That's kind of what Aries represents, and that's why they're first.
Okay.
I feel Aries is on a creative role right now. There's nothing that they can do wrong as long as they stick their minds to business and keep going. I get April 18th as a real positive date.
Okay.
But they've got to really stick to it, really keep themselves motivated.
All right, that sounds good for Aries. What about Taurus?
Taurus, a little bit more difficult because Taurus tends to kind of feel that they know what they're doing, but then they don't stop and let's organize it.
Okay.
Let's get it so that it's in a real good place. They usually go right at it. And stopping and thinking is going to be very important for Taurus right now. And I'm getting an overall date of June 20th as a very good date for Taurus.
Okay. All right. And the next one is Gemini.
Gemini. Scattered energies, a lot of romance coming from
Ooh.
Gemini. And Gemini is going to feel like they're kind of really split to relationships, to situations going on. There's going to be a lot of double action.
Okay.
Again, they're going to have to be a little more cautious because their heart is going to be in trouble romantically. So they have to be careful. Gemini has to be careful. June 6th, very
June
positive.
6th, good day.
Very
All right,
positive.
great. Next one is Cancer.
Cancer.
I know a lot of Cancers.
Cancer. Ooh, I get the solar plexus just rocks with Cancer because they're just very, very emotional, especially around full moon time. I mean, that could really get to them. They might even stay awake all night, which a lot of people do because of the moon. But Cancer suffers the most. They're emotional. They can be very headstrong.
Yeah.
Right now, they're coming across a time where they have to not take everything personally, because taking things personally is what's going to cause a problem for them. I'm getting they're going to have to wait till July 20th for a really good, positive day.
Wow. Okay. The next one's Leo.
No. Oh, God,
That's a
they
good
love
one.
their hair.
Oh, really?
Oh,
Really?
my
One of our
God.
cameraman's a Leo over here.
They love, hey, well, he's going to want to have hair. I mean, Leo is very big on needing it, wanting it, having it full, caring about it.
Okay,
There's
like
a lot
their
of
mane.
Yes, there's
Okay.
a lot of romance to Leo. They're also, you have to be very careful because you can hurt their feelings. They can really go out of their way to create a great situation, like really wonderful situation, and you could say one little thing isn't quite right,
And it all
they're
collapses,
done.
right.
They're done. Okay, so that's kind of a cautious thing right now for them because romance is good. However, they are very sensitive right now.
All right.
I'm getting, let's see, feeling. August 10th,
Is a good day.
very positive.
Great. All right.